So BIOMARKS is the only actually marine project in biodiversa. And I have just taken this glass of water from the sea. And in this glass of water you have about, 1 billion bodies, organisms. Everyone would know more or less what a virus, a bacteria, a plant or an animal is. But there is a fifth category of living organisms, which are the protists. In fact, protists they are called eukaryotes because they are unicellular organisms with a nucleus inside which contains the genetic material. Protists are the ancestors of plants and animals, but they are different than bacteria and viruses. And for me, they are really the least known, piece of life on Earth. So it's very important to understand what they are doing in the environment.
Within BIOMARKS, I work with identifying species, and I do that by using light and electron microscopy. And I look at their morphology and for certain characters that I can use for identifying them. The BIOMARKS sample many places in Europe. It's a collaboration between Norway, France, Spain, Italy, and we have samplings in all these countries, and I've been part of the sampling in Oslo and also in Roscoff, and I hope to be a part of the sampling in some of the other places as well.
And then we want to link the diversity to the physico-chemical parameters of the water. And we will insist on parameters that are, threatening the ecology, like ocean acidification and pollution. So we'll have different sites in more or less acidified water and polluted sites, and we'll, link this huge diversity, how it varies according to the environment.
The Roscoff Culture Collection, we're one of the largest culture collections of microalgae in France and in fact in the world. So cultures are very interesting in many contexts, in environmental contexts and more applied contexts. In terms of environment, there's research on toxin.
Yes, the aim in the future is to get a lot of data and to establish the baseline of protist diversity, and this is only by novel sequencing technologies which is able to get this data. Establishing how many species there are in the environment, and also because we have sampling sites in different places in the European coast, we can also compare the diversity in different places, which is also a very interesting question.
We have no idea how diverse protists are. What we know is that they are complex organisms. They have genomes which contains very often more genes than humans. So what we will discover is an immense diversity of species and genes and metabolisms that have tremendous importance for global ecology. In fact, we know that protists have relocated massive amounts of elements on the planet, like oxygen, carbon. And also they have many genes that can be important for pharmaceutics or to understand how the global ecology works. So we are going to discover a lot of very important diversity to understand the Earth system as a whole.